I got fucking.
When you need a mortgage, don't stress at all. Just tune right in and give these guys.
Good morning, YouTube. Today is Tuesday, November 18th. And I don't know if you know this, I got my lucky Tom Burko shirt on because he came up big again yesterday. He's the luckiest man alive. All he does is win this, win that, but he won us a chance to purchase World Cup tickets, and it looks like he came through. So for all you soccer fans out there, looks like Tommy Burko and friends are going to the World Cup 2026.
It is a great thing. It is greatness, Anth. I don't know if you know what he just mentioned, but it's greatness.
Yeah.
And I just want to, let you know the luck is not given to everybody. It's earned. So you have to go out there and you have to earn your luck and put your best foot forward every day. So winners win, though. Winners win.
Worked hard, put in all his different raffles, sat there for 2 hours in a queue yesterday just to get on to have a chance to purchase. So congrats, I'm excited. So there's some personal news right there. I got to give my shout out to Tommy B.
Thank you.
Congrats, Tommy.
Thank you.
So anywho, today, now that we got through the personal stuff, one last thing. For all you Yinzers out there, they bolted the airport shut this morning. So don't forget, we got a new airport in Pittsburgh starting today. So it's probably going to freak some people out. Week before Thanksgiving, no train, better airport, easier parking. I can't wait to hear the stories from all the Yinzers.
To be completely honest, I mean, maybe I'm living under a rock, but the lack of coverage for the new airport, like on the local news and, what to do, things to expect, and the lack of it is insane. That's just my opinion. Maybe I am living under a rock, but I have no clue how to use it. I haven't seen any articles. I haven't seen any news clips. Frankly, I think it's going to be a free-for-all out there today.
I think your algorithm's a little off. Luckily, your phone's going to hear you, and you'll get all the updates on Instagram later today. But they're out there. But
I watch the 10 o'clock evening news every night on Fox, and I haven't seen it once.
Hey, Grandpa, stop watching the news.
I'm just saying.
But yeah, so big day in Pittsburgh, 1.7 billion, new airport, getting ready for the draft. The city looked great on game day. We're getting all this publicity of the most affordable city in the country. So great time to be in real estate and mortgages in the Pittsburgh market. And what we want to get into today is really back to basics, Mortgage 101, seller assistance, good old seller assistance. But we're going to take it from the beginning today. We're going to explain what it is. When we talk about maxes, what that means, and we're not just pulling a number out of our butt to say, hey, your buyer can get this seller assistance, your buyer can get that seller assistance. It's all based off of loan type and down payment, and we'll get into it. So, Anth, you're the king of affordability. Seller assistance, I think the word right there gets folks confused.
Well, yeah, because they don't know what it is. Essentially, I always let my clients know, look, typically you have two options. You negotiate on the price and you get a little bit less on the price, which will help you with your monthly payment. We all know for every $5,000, it's roughly about $36 a month. But if you end up just giving them what they're asking for in lieu of the price reduction, ask for seller's assistance. Now you have all that money now instead of waiting 13 to 15 years for the same amount of money. That money can be used to lower your closing costs, buy down the interest rate, buy out PMI. There's many things that a lender can utilize that money for to make homeownership more affordable for you on a monthly basis.
Yeah. Guys, in every single mortgage transaction, the buyer is allowed to ask the seller for a certain percentage of the sales price to help with their mortgage financing. And then you're able to use those funds in pretty much not any way, but in multiple ways. But on the real estate side, the first thing we always hear is, oh, we have to increase the purchase price to get seller assistance. And Tom, I mean, if the purchase price already has all the commission built into it, because you can tell that by the price. You've done your comps. You can see this house is built in this price, full commission. The seller is still in the position to give up seller assistance. To just say, oh, we have to increase the price, we look at that as the wrong way.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, put in the offer. That's what we say all the time. Just put in the offer, make them counter. I mean, you're allowed to offer under the asking price. I know that's a weird concept, but you are allowed to offer whatever you want for a home. So if you do want to offer full price with 3% seller's assist, I don't think that seller is going to bat an eye at that, because the listing agent did their job when they listed the house to let the seller know that they may be paying the seller's assistance. So yes, the listing agent is definitely doing their job, because we know that the listing agents are powerful. So they're definitely telling the seller that they can do the seller's assist. So just ask for it as the buyer's agent.
And we understand negotiations may push to a difference in purchase price or may change the seller assistance, right? Because when we say, when financing talks about seller assistance, we're always talking about the max amount, usually a percentage of the purchase price. But just because we're saying the max amount, you can get anything under that. Any dollar amount under the max amount can be negotiated. So usually when you ask for seller assistance, you will start a little bit of a negotiation, and that's perfectly fine. That's good. But what we're seeing is with a lot of the new agents is they think they have to ask for all or nothing. And that is not the case. The lender is always going to talk about the max seller assistance. Hey, you have 3% seller assistance here. So on a $100,000 purchase, that's $3,000 you can ask the seller for. You don't have to ask the seller for all of that $3,000, Anth. It can be 1%, it could be 2%, or it could be a dollar amount of that seller assistance, but that is there to help the buyer in negotiations.
Yeah, I mean, you can ask for whatever you need up to the max amount that's going to help you in your specific scenario. Ultimately, as a buyer's agent, they're going to work with you on that, and they certainly should be, reviewing what offer is going to be good instead of just increasing the price. Because, when they do that, it doesn't mean the appraisal is going to come in, to match that new sales price that just got increased because of seller's assist. Appraisers don't technically look at seller's assist as a price increase factor. So, there could be a different issue there, if that happens once the appraisal comes back. So,
and Anth, let's pull up our Agent One app real quick, because there's a seller concession cheat sheet calculator right in the app. All right. So let's pretend, just so you can see the numbers up front. If you have a $300,000 purchase, conventional loan, primary, and we'll change this to 5% down for now. All right. No current concessions. If you hit compute, it's going to tell you right away, this buyer can get $9,000 from the seller to help with whatever. It may be closing costs. It may be buying down your interest rate. It may be help paying your portion of the buyer broker's commission. Whatever it may be, it's there for the buyer to use. That is $9,000 on a $300,000 purchase. Now, let's say, all right, this buyer, instead of putting 5% down, they're putting 10% down, because that is a change in the guidelines, Tom. You put 10% down. Holy crap.
Double it up.
On a $300,000 purchase, $18,000 now from the seller is able to be gotten. And that is a nice chunk of change for a buyer to help purchase the home.
Yeah. Put the offer in with the max 6% assist instead of waiting for that price reduction. You're going to be able to use that for both a 2-1 buy down and to lower their closing costs and give them ultimately a better deal. Don't wait for the price reductions. Make them better deal financially with the financing that we give them.
Yep, Anth, all the time. Home price is $300,000. Do I offer $290, $280, $285? Right? Offer full price. First off, the seller seeing that full price on the contract, psychology is showing them you're giving them the full price. You're not coming under asking price. You're giving them their full asking. Now you're asking for concessions on top of that. Yes, it is lowering the seller's net, but on the sales contract, psychology-wise, you are giving the seller their full price, just asking for concessions off of that, and we think financially that's the best way to go.
Yeah, I mean, financially and affordability, I mean, that's definitely the best way to go. The mindset of most people, though, I don't understand it, because whether the seller gives $10,000 in seller's assist or reduces the price by $10,000, the seller's net's the same. They're still netting the same amount of money. So, you know, if you're looking for affordability options, asking for the seller's assist over a price reduction is definitely going to be better. You're able to use that money now, and you're going to save a lot more by utilizing that towards the options that, you know, we have.
And if you're a seller's agent or a buyer's agent and you're using the app, see, I just hit print or send the PDF, and now you have a beautiful PDF showing you list price $300,000 on a conventional loan, the 3 different options for seller assistance. Now, on the flip side, some folks go, FHA, why would we go FHA? Did you know? I know everyone on the screen knows. FHA, you can do 3.5% down, but get that 6% seller assistance. Conventional, you got to put 10% down to get the 6% max seller assistance. A huge, huge, huge difference for buyers that don't have that lump sum of money sitting in their bank account to buy the home, but they do have 3.5% to get into the home.
Yeah, great. FHA is a great program. I mean, we talk about it all the time. It's for the people that are not able to qualify for the conventional, or it might be cheaper for them monthly, or with their down payment, it's going to be cheaper. So when we take somebody FHA, it's best for the client, and that's who we always look out for, the client.
And guys, that's when we do the pre-offer huddle. Don't tell anyone. This is why we pre-offer huddle. We figure out, hey, what's the seller assistance we need? Are there other offers? Why are we going with this loan type? We all are on the same page, and we're not fighting against one another. We're all pushing towards the same goal of not only getting an offer accepted, but getting the best offer accepted financially for the buyer. So let's keep winning. Let's keep using seller assistance, because it is back. We are seeing it on almost half of the transactions these days, I would say. So don't be afraid to ask, put it in the offer, and then start negotiating. Don't negotiate off yourself before you even put the offer in. Start that process afterwards. And like Anthony always says, the seller doesn't need 2 agents working for him. Let's get working for them buyers. See you Friday, boys. Have a great week.
See you guys.
Tom, Ryan, and Anthony